All right, hello YouTube people. So our 12-foot trampoline got trashed in some high winds about a week ago. So we just picked up this 14-foot jumpTek trampoline, a Canadian Tire, $549. Looked online, comments were good, reviews were good. There's just a lot of frustration about how to put this thing together. So here's a little video and maybe it'll save you some headaches. So first of all, just take the box apart. Here's my wife, how you doing? And then, so everything's just packaged up in this box. Just undo those, they're only finger tight. And we're gonna start by putting this frame together. So first thing you're gonna do is take these bottom pieces right there, and you're just gonna connect the straight pieces, right? You're just gonna connect them in like that. And so we're gonna go, and it'll look like that. So the bottom piece. So we're gonna get all those done, and then I'll be back and show you the next part. All right, so there's 12 pieces of these bottom U brackets, and there's 6 of these T's. They just snap on here with this push-in pin, and then there's 6 of these T's. Now, these T's have a true bolt that go inside, and this is where your security poles for your net will line up. So when you're putting these together, make sure that you have just a regular T on one side and then one of these things on the other. All right, it doesn't really matter which way they go. However, I like to have my pins on the inside, like away from the outside of the trampoline, so nobody hits them and it looks a little cleaner on the outside. So the other thing is, these security poles also have a hole in them, right? So they're going to come in here, and that, sorry, no, this is the top one. So the security poles that have a true hole that go all the way through, they're going to come in here, and then my wife is lining up the bolts right now. So it's one of these 2-piece bolts. They're going to go all the way through, and they're going to connect this T, the sleeve, and the bottom of the security pole all together. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll show you how that looks once we're done. All right, so once you get this stage done, you're going to have a T that's clipped on with a push pin on one side, and then you're going to have an assembly that looks, whoa, kind of losing it there. You're going to have an assembly that looks kind of like this on the other side. And that's half of your security pole that's gonna connect to the security net. So again, so it's the T with the sleeve, security pole slides in, and that's all bolted together. Online, some comments were that the holes didn't line up and it was a pain in the butt, but that's not the case with our trampoline. Everything went in. You could just finger tight them in there, and then the kit comes with 2 Allen wrenches. My wife has them right here, so you're just gonna put them on the bolts and tighten them up, and that's it. So we're gonna go ahead and do all that, and then we'll be back with the next step. Okay, once that's all done, you should have something that looks like this. So the bottom bracket, you have a T on one side, just a plain T, then you have a T with a sleeve on the other. You have the bottom part of your security pole anchored in there, and then you have the bottom bolt screwed all the way through. Now to tighten them, I like to over tighten stuff. So, tighten them fairly snug, but you don't want to go too tight because it is only galvanized metal, and you might, start to bend this. So, use common sense judgment. And then all you have to do now is take these top halves of the security netting poles, and they're just going to snap up here on the bottom half. So, but before we do that, we're just going to put all this together with these pieces. We're going to build like the actual trampoline, like the circular part, and then we'll snap those top holes in. So we'll be back in a sec. Okay, so all these top pieces interconnect. So you're going to take this T off, slide this piece with the notches facing up into the T with the security bracket. Okay, you're going to slide it in there, and then connect your tee to this piece and then just snap it back together. So that'll look like this, and then this has a small end, and then the next piece has a bigger end, and that's going to slide right in here, and this is all going to be connected together inside this tee. So we'll be back when all that's done. All right, so when you're done, it'll look like this. So you will have like a section of tee with the guide for the bottom safety pole, and then you will have one section of horizontal bar for the jumping net, and then into a tee with another section, and then a pole, and then 2 horizontal bars, and then another pole, and it's just going to be like that all the way around. So everything is nice and balanced. You might want to wear gloves because trampoline is very greasy, which is good that they coated it, but it's kind of annoying to work with. So yeah, so that was pretty easy to do. Now it's just a matter of leveling it up. So we have to level it up because it's a lot bigger than our other trampoline, so now it's not sitting level. And then we'll attach the top part of these poles, and then the jumping net and the security net. All right, we'll be back.